I may have found a loophole to fly for free, so I flew across Canada to test it. My plan? Buy thrifted jewelry while on vacation and see if it's worth enough to cover my $500 plane ticket, plus $172 in jewelry that I bought at thrift stores in the Eastern Townships of Quebec. I'll be thrifting for gold, silver, and diamonds worth way more than what the thrift store is asking. Now that I'm home, we'll open this mystery jewelry bag together. Necklaces, earrings, brooches, and I'll check online to see what it actually sells for. Will I break even, lose money, or pay my airplane ticket with a potential profit? Can I find a loophole to fly for free? Well, we're about to find out. Our first stop is a thrift store in Ayerscliffe, Quebec, Canada. And in this store, my husband and my cousin are going to be with us. This is quite the store. It's called La Junk, and it's full of curiosities and antiques. And across the street, I think I saw Pennywise the Clown from the movie It. La Junk is right on Main Street, Ayerscliffe, and that's about a 15-minute drive north of Derbyline, Vermont, or about an hour-and-a-half drive southeast of Montreal, Quebec. I was absolutely floored when I walked in there. The jewelry was incredible. Before I show you what I bought in this thrift store, let's take a quick walkthrough. By the way, my name is Pauline, and every Thursday we have a date where we unjar mystery jars of jewelry together or venture out into thrift stores hunting for beautiful jewelry treasures together. I spotted this from across the room, belt buckles, and this one here, hair curlers, scissors, obviously something for the beautician. Scratch made, only $125. I would have loved to bring that home with me, but I could not fit that on my carry-on. I spotted this silverware set also, and it seemed to be gold-plated. I'm going to tell you right now, that's worth a heck of a lot more than $65. But I had to pass on it. And then there was this, under glass, loaded with jewels, just loaded. Let's just take a moment and look at the eye candy together. As I was there, I pulled out my phone and I used Google Image or Google Lens, and I quickly tried to find values of the brooches, the necklaces, the rings that I saw. I should have bought that one, that bow. What was I thinking leaving that there? Oh, guess it's a reason to go back, right? And if you could tell me what the name brand was on that little tag with the pearls, let me know in the comments. I just couldn't figure it out. Now back to the front of the store, where I saw so many beautiful pieces. They had a really nice collection of brooches, rings, necklaces, bracelets, but their sterling silver collection, their 925 sterling silver jewelry, was very affordable, and they had a lot of it. Oh, the stuff they had. Could have bought it all. So what exactly did I find there? Now let's take a few moments and go through it piece by piece and assign a value to it. Up first is a Pandora bracelet and a brooch and earring set. Let's start with Pandora. I paid 100 Canadian dollars for it, and it seems to be authentic. I looked it over and all the markings are where they should be. Beautiful piece, beautiful piece. I went to the Pandora store just to double check, look around, and price things out. And yes, you do buy it piece by piece, each charm, and they could be worth a lot of money. The chain itself, the bracelet itself, I saw comps at $97. So right there, we are in the money. And the charms themselves, like this spacer, is valued at $44 each. And there are 2 of them on here. So we're in the money now. We're going to reduce that plane ticket and the price of all this jewelry pretty good with this one. Also, this little dog charm was worth $32. I found a comp for that, and it's marked. And there's another really nice, cute heart, and it has Mom written on it. And I found a comparable for $28. Now, the thing about comparables is you don't always find the exact value online, but it gives us a ballpark. The next charm has me a little bit stumped. It looks stainless. I'm not quite convinced it's Pandora, but maybe you can help me out in the comments. Is this Pandora or not? I'm going to assign a cheaper value on it because it is worth something. So let's put about $42 on it. To recap, if we can bring that negative $672 down to zero, then the price of the plane ticket and the jewelry is completely paid for. We've slashed it down by $287 with a purchase of this Pandora bracelet. At the same store, Lead Junk, I also found this stunning, absolutely stunning set of Keys brand brooch and matching clip-on earrings. They look to be rhinestones, crystals, and they are absolutely stunning. I couldn't believe it. And they are marked on the outer edge of the clip-on earring. And I paid $18 for the set. When I say the set, I mean the earrings and the brooch. Now, that was a fantastic find, guys. Absolutely fantastic. At first glance, I thought they were Sherman. And Sherman is a big name brand, but Keys is new to me. I found a comparable, and at $92, I was like, okay, but I didn't find many comparables, so I'm going to price this one at $92. We're now only $293 away from paying for the flight and the jewelry. Next, we visit Stanstead, Quebec, Canada, my hometown. And on the way there, we go across Canusa Street. Half of it's in Canada, half of it's in the United States. On the left is Vermont, and on the right, that's the U.S. Customs, and on the right-hand side is the Canadian Customs. And now we are going to go to a quaint restaurant, which used to be a bank. And the sandwiches in there are fantastic, guys. If you make it this far, this is formerly BB Quebec. And what I spot from across the room is the bank vault. Yes, it has the bank vault there, and they did something kind of unique with it. It is now kind of like a pantry. Yes, check it out. That's a vault. Stanstead, Quebec was founded in the late 1700s, and it was a haven for bootleggers and smugglers. You might have noticed the Haskell Free Library has been on the news lately because half of it is in Vermont and half in Quebec, and the Quebec half had to put its own entrance in. I know, to prevent, well, smuggling. Okay, so what if I were to tell you that you could purchase for only $450,000 a complete church? Would you believe me? Well, there it is. I just had to throw that in on our way to our next thrift store. Yes, $450,000 gets you a lot of real estate in Stanstead to this day. Next, we'll be heading up Rock Island Hill, formerly Rock Island Hill, I should say. Now it's all part of Stanstead. And some of the most beautiful Victorian homes are in Stanstead, Quebec. Oh, I'm telling you, it is gorgeous here. On the right-hand side, we're going to be going thrifting here. And I was shocked that this convent side is actually crumbling. I couldn't believe it. Look at the homes. And on the left, the Colby Curtis Museum. Okay, let's double back, park, and get out and look at the convent. Wow, amazing. I just want to show you that before we go into the thrift store. And I kind of wanted to get up close to that crumbling wall. You don't see that every day. It's sad. It's kind of hard to go back to your hometown and see buildings crumbling. I gotta say, it was kind of a kick in the teeth. However, we're going to go to the family counter. And this goes to a very good charity. It helps people get transportation when they need to go somewhere. They call Reddicker Cab. and they make it happen. Now inside, I'm going to go directly to the jewelry because that's what it's all about. And I find some nice pieces. I was very, very pleased. Friendly staff, very clean place. I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it, actually. And I'll just give you a sneak peek in the place before we head out to Magog. Yes, we're going to go to Magog, Quebec next. And we're only $293 away from paying off that plane ticket and jewelry. But before we go to Magog, I purchased 2 pairs of clip-on earrings at the family counter in Stanstead. I paid $1 per pair, and this pair was not marked. They felt a little bit cheap now that I inspected them. No writing, no nothing. And I paid $1 and the value probably $1. However, these beauties here really made my day. I love them, and it's not just because they're worth a lot of money. Number one, I love them because I paid $1 for them. And the name brand on the back of them is a company called Monet. They're very well made earrings, and they're collectible. And I was able to find a comparable online of a set that actually sold. So this $1 investment turned into, are you ready for it? $69. Yes, $1 to $69. Now, Magog, Quebec is about a 20-minute drive from Stanstead, or about 200 miles away from Stephen King's Derry, Maine. Now, that is not the hotel from The Shining, but it reminds me of it. Before heading out thrifting in Magog, we spent the night at Le Chateau du Lac. And this is what $99 a night gets you in November in the off-season, in between summer and the ski season. I loved it there. I love big houses, and when I stuck my head out the window, I could see Mount Orford from a distance. Our room was walking distance to the main drag and Lake Memphremagog, which has a sea monster in it, Memphrey. I'm about to go into a thrift store that is inside an old textile mill in Magog, Quebec, Canada. Let's go. The Magog textile, built in 1883, is humongous. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. It's loaded with treasures, everything from clothes, household goods, collectibles, and for a second there I thought I saw the Hope Diamond. Furniture, retro stuff, vintage. I couldn't believe my eyes, and even old suitcases. Check those out, sometimes they're worth big bucks. And I love this dining set. Yes, they're in demand, guys. Could not fit that into my suitcase though. And under glass is, well, I saw a few gold pieces, and they look like they're priced pretty good. And this stuff here, I mean, 75 cents gets you a brooch. It looked like it was gold plated. The plating was wearing off. $20 gets you a watch. And a lot of other little bits and pieces. The pins and brooches were very, very sweet. I know it was cute too, but broken. I wasn't really feeling it here. I walked away without buying anything. And after looking at the video, I'm kind of kicking myself. I could have grabbed a couple of those brooches and definitely those watches. I think I made a big mistake leaving them behind. However, this jewelry here was pretty cute. And I didn't buy any, so we'll hit the next thrift store. And there's quite a few thrift stores in Magog, all within a mile or two, and they're pretty good. There's a lot of old treasures, new treasures. The jewelry in this one was kind of scant, so I found myself looking around a little bit more for treasures. And I was following my husband and my cousin and my other cousin. She makes an appearance somewhere, I think. And we look for treasures, and it was just chock block full. Everywhere was just packed with items. So if you like antiques, this is the place. Jewelry, not so much. However, I will find something there. And I wasn't able to film it because there were just so many people around the cash register, but that's all right. We'll try to get that plane ticket and all this jewelry paid for. As it stands, I'm about $223 away from paying off the plane ticket and all the jewelry that I'm buying on this trip. We still have another thrift store to see. Now, this set here is $925 sterling silver. I paid $2 for it, and it is by a company called Bejewel. I could not find many comps for it. I found one comp. It was for a more elaborate set, and so I was kind of struggling to put a value to it, and I put a value of $50 on it. However, when I was at the cash register, I saw this cat. Now, a lot of you guys might say, well, it's a little brass statue. No, these guys are functional. Now, these three, the little ones, I bought somewhere else and I paid $28 for them. But the big cat, I paid $5 for it in Magog, and it's to hold rings. And would you believe what it's worth? $91. Can you believe it? That's my estimate. One thrift store left, and we're heading down Portland Boulevard in Sherbrooke, Quebec. Around the corner down here is a thrift store called Value Village, and it is just about everywhere, and it's one of my favorite thrift stores. I buy a lot of bulk jewelry there. I buy mystery bags of jewelry jars there, but normally I shop in Calgary, but today I want to know, will I find a bag of mystery jewelry? And any silver jewelry too. And lo and behold, what do I see? Jars, but of buttons and bags of pennies. And then I spotted it. Bags of mystery jewelry. Some of it is going to be probably like new or very close to it because I see price tags inside the bags. Also, they have some gold, lots of gold here at this one. In Calgary, the gold gets sold out really, really quick. And to just remind ourselves of where I am on the challenge, I'm about $82 away from breaking even on the plane ticket and all the jewelry. So what I walk away with from this store will either make it or break it. I desperately need $82 worth of profit on what I buy here today in order to successfully complete this challenge. But under glass, they have some nice brooches, some nice sterling silver, really pretty costume jewelry too. I checked that one and it was costume. And some of these necklaces, I had to wonder, are they silver? Wasn't quite sure. And then I started eyeballing the bags of mystery jewelry. They must have had 5 or 6 bags to choose from. Each bag was priced at $19.99. I could see inside, and I just didn't know which one to pick. It was so difficult. They all looked good to me, and I only wanted to get one of them. Plus, I found a necklace, so let's go check out. There's my pile. The pressure's on, and I have an ace up my sleeve. I paid $20 for this mystery bag of jewelry at Value Village. Can I find $82 worth of profit in this bag? Whoa, Value Village. This is incredible. Oh, look at that. Holy cow. Okay, earrings. More earrings. I'm quickly eyeballing for things of value. Okay, cufflinks. Now those are going to be worth a couple bucks for sure. Put you over here. Oh, wristwatch. I didn't even see that. They had it listed at $7. It did not sell. If it works, a few bucks for that. Earrings are cute too. Gosh, guys, I wonder if it's all regular jewelry. I'm wondering if I were to break it up into 2 bags and sell it off. I wonder. That's kind of cute. Sort of a clip. Show over there. I'll put the higher value things here, at least as I see them. Feather earrings. I found one of these in a previous jewelry jar. I didn't know what it was. It's rope. You wear it when you go hiking, and you can undo it if you're in a pinch. Okay, keep that. Okay, some cheaper necklaces. Plastic. Well, I'm not feeling it, guys. I don't know. $20. Come on. I'm starting to sweat here. More earrings. They're pretty cheap. Like I'm not going to say dollar store quality, but honestly, it's a lot of cheap stuff. Look at that. That's plastic. This one's pretty cute. Okay. Oh no, I'm really not finding anything good. Totally cheap stuff. It's fun stuff though, you know? It's not like I hand-picked a treasure. Oh, wait a minute. What's it saying there? Leah Sophia. Okay. Well, that's a name brand. Popular style. Is in good shape. A little bit tattered. Could be worth a couple bucks. Okay, so what did I kind of like? I like that. I like the rope. The watches, if they're any good. We got something interesting there. And did I pick aside these ones? No. We got the clip. And the cufflinks. These are my favorite pieces out of it. So is this stuff worth $82 in profit? I have my doubts. How about $20? What I paid for it. Okay, $20. Meaning we are $62 away from hitting the target. Ah. On that same Value Village trip, I picked up this gorgeous sterling silver 925 necklace that is made in Mexico. It's cute. The chain is one thing, but the actual pendant itself is made in Mexico. 925 sterling silver necklace pendant. I found one for sale for $92 Canadian. That means I win. And not only that, I'm up $30 on top of paying for the trip and all the jewelry. Woohoo! I should have checked Trivago. And I handpicked this video especially for you to watch next.